So this one, let's start a blueprint program game, and then with the blueprint game started, we'll add the C++ class to it to enable C++ on this particular project, and you can use the environment, which is most likely the way it would be. Switch over to the build screen here. So again, we're starting Unreal Engine 5.4.4. We have Visual Studio 2022 installed. The versions are found on the Unreal Engine site with proper version. So games, third person. We're gonna go blueprint this time. Not gonna bother with any starter code or anything. Call this one BP to CPP or blueprint with CPP. We're not actually doing version together. This is going to start up a blueprint project. Now with the blueprint project added, if we were to go under file and do the zip, we would get the normal, so I'm just going to call this, just call it -1. It'll do a zip here pretty quickly. So now if we wanted to add C++ or use C++ in this project, we would simply go under Tools, say New C++ class. I'm going to pick None here, just so I'm just adding the header files and stuff here to the project so it's set up. We're going to say Next. And my class, let's just call it C class. We're not actually going to use this one, just using it to demonstrate the process. So it's going to add the code like it did when it started up a C++ program. So it's going to add it. It's going to do a bunch of compiling. And then we're going to have to restart the editor environment. So project includes sources. Please close the editor and rebuild from your IDE. Successfully added class, my empty class. However, you must recompile. Compile the code now. So we're going to yes. It's going to launch, file a code. This might take a little while. Look at the utilization in Task Manager if we wanted. We'll notice that, excuse me, a number of the processes will be maxed out on the Visual Studio compilation. After this is done, we're still going to need to stop and restart the. I'm just going to do a save all here. We'll notice that the live coding button isn't active down here yet. So if we close this as well. So in our blueprint with CPP, you'll notice that now this looks like a regular C++ project in that it has the source folder and it .vs folder as well. Samples stuff in here. Starting this up, says, would you like to rebuild them now? Yes. I have had this fail, and then simply by redoing it a second time, it succeeded. So if it does fail on you the first time, do give it a second and try it again. It may just be that the previous process. I'm curious to see how this runs in the labs. I haven't done it in a couple of months. See if it still works. So this is building in the background. You should see here. C compiler running. Fair amount of resources relative to everything else on the system. So it's gone, packaged up those pieces of C++ libraries and stuff that we added. Should be good to go here. Now have the live coding button here, which will recompile, and because it's done the compile, you come up and say, oh, you either come up and say live coding succeeded or no changes detected, because in the program outliner, may not see the classes right away here. You go under settings in here to say show C++ classes. Oh, they are enabled. Engine side, and if we were going to add you just see the one that we're adding. We have the myActor CPP in here as well now. Tabs. Have them. Wanted to force a recompile here. It should just compile them pretty quickly. And if I wanted to create a blueprint from that, now I haven't done anything to it. I can't actually use it. We haven't coded anything in the myActor CPP, but we could actually, so here's our C++ folder now. We could actually create a blueprint from it. The blueprint class, search all classes, and it was my CPP actor. But I can use that blueprint, and I could say CPP. So this would be the blueprint. Now there's nothing in the blueprint of any consequence because we haven't programmed anything in here, and that'll be the topic for next discussion, where we actually make a few changes in here to the actor and actually in with particular actors. I think we'll do 2 examples. We'll do some hello world stuff, and then we'll do another one where we're going out and fetching some JSON data. Cool. So in here, we could do a save all. Now this was a blueprint program, and I'm going to do the zip project here. Give it -2. And in this particular zip archive, we should see that it automatically includes the source folder for the C++ files. Well, like a regular project. We're going to exit this, close the video here too. In our folder, so we created the B with CPP project. So here's our main project. You can see when we added the C++, it added the source we talked about earlier. Here is the, I'm going to double click to open it. It's not unpacked. You can see before we added the CPP, that zip only zipped the blueprint style side of things. And now that we added C++ to it, when we zip it and back it up, it includes source string as well. So you're getting your C++ code there. So that's a quick overview on adding C++ to a blueprint program just on the functionality of it. You still need everything you would with your C++ environment, and we're just a project that started its life.